So, good afternoon and welcome to Manic Fishing. Right, well this is something a bit different for the channel. I'm going to meet Matt, my mate, the saltwater angler. I think you know him on YouTube. I've got my match rod, I've got a Shimano reel, he's got all the gear. I've got no idea, so I'm going to go down there. I think he's catching a couple of fish. Target today I think is anything, but we're hoping some dabs, maybe flounders. So I've just parked up, I'm going to get my gear down there and then we'll have a go. So I think he's down here somewhere. I say I haven't been beach fishing for God knows how many years, but the weather's been so shocking for us, you know, on the boat fishing side of things, that I thought I'd give this a go. So I'm hoping, this is my fishing club here, so I'm hoping he's just over this this bank. There he is, the saltwater angler. Look, that looks like that's my rod there. So silly hat day by the look of it. Hi Matt, let's just get my stuff down. So obviously Matt's doing his own bit of filming. How are we doing? So you've had a few?
15 dabs, 2 flounder.
Really?
And white in there.
Already?
Yeah.
Blimey, so I'm definitely going to catch. Right, okay. Right, so Matt's already got me a rod and a reel. We'll go through what he's using, or what I'm using of his first. Now, you'll have to excuse me, I haven't done this for such a long time, but it's not rocket science, I don't think. I think I've got to bait this one up here. So let's have a look. Looks like I'm on a free hook one. I'm just going to bait this bottom hook up.
Yeah.
So I don't need any bait clips or anything like that. It's just a case of...
Free at the back because it's
Yeah.
not far out.
No.
The only thing sometimes which is helpful is sprats tails or
Okay.
a bit of fish to tip it.
I bought some prawn and I bought some squid. So that's the rig I'm going to use. So just basic. Let's see how I get on. Let's have a first flick out. So I want to be down, casting out down there then, do I? So let's just put this on a bit. Right, so he's getting my rod rest sorted out. Right, let's go down and have a go. Right, let's go up and have a look, see what he's up to. So what's Shane up there hoping for a bass? Well, I don't need the coat on, do I?
No, the weather's suddenly changed, isn't it?
I was looking at that weather and I thought, oh, it's going to rain, and
It was looking shit, wasn't it?
it wasn't looking good.
What rod have you got there?
So can I use my rod? So all I've got is this this match one that I was using, that I got. This is what the match guys use on their boat, but it's 13 foot. So it's telescopic. This is one of these Articos. So it's a longer tip. I mean, this would be a bit of a game changer on the boat for the bream and everything else. I've only used it once uptide in. Yeah, so that's it there. Whippy. And I did bring one of my own rigs with me that I'm going to try. I mean, it will weight itself down because it's got like a lead on the top there.
Yeah, you're giving yourself something a bit different.
But that's what he uses sort of on the boat, and it's quite, you know, nice small hooks.
Yeah, I'm going to take a little film of that.
Right, so we'll just have a go. You know, as I said, I'm not super you know, it's not going to be a boom wallop day like it is out on the wrecks, I don't suppose, but it's something different, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I don't suppose it's what you use, is it? But
it just restricts you with the casting, doesn't mean you won't catch fish.
No, we don't necessarily have to be out far, do we?
No.
I mean, with
the lug, but sorry, Mark.
Yeah, with the uptide in, with why they have this lead here is so that that trace will lay down flat. I mean, obviously, when you're pinned out there, it'll be sitting up, but when you're uptide in, obviously this should lay flat in the ground like that. But whether that'll do that on the beach, I don't know. So really, we don't want, you know, we don't want massive baits. I can probably use that in half, can't I?
Yeah, nice tidy baits. If you want to tip it with something,
I think I'll try the lug on its own first, I think. So yeah, that's my little bait. Just tighten my clutch up. Let's go down and try and flick this one out. So I'll take you down with me. Oh.
Take it,
if you want to, yeah.
just put it right by you. If I put that by your rod.
Yeah. So I've got a bite on that one now, but I'm going to flick this one out. So that's lovely, that Artico. Got a nice bend. And I'm not out very far, but I've got a rattle on here, so I'm going to... Well, wouldn't it be nice to get a bigger fish than that? Or get a bass, eh? Well, what are we saying? What do you think? I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get a dogfish today. It definitely feels like something. Well, there you go. How about that then? So hopefully it's a target. Oh dear, well, actually, that's probably the smallest dab you'll ever see. But a fish is a fish, and that's what I was going for. Yeah, baby one. But I'll get that hook out of that and I'll recast in. So that's great. Blimey, it's only been out a few minutes. Right, so let's try and get this hook out of this little dab. There you go. So that's come out quite nicely. Only a baby, but that'll do. So let's bait up. So literally I'm just, I've got that one out. I'm just going to put, you know, slightly smaller baits on, I think, to get these dabs. So there you go. Nothing pretty really about it. I think I'll leave this bait on there. So make sure the gripper's gone back on. Okay. Now, so I can see where that line is. There's a sandbank just out there that I'm trying to hit. I mean, I'll be honest with you. As long as I'm out there, I think I'm in the money. So this one looks awesome. This the bite detection on this match rod looks brilliant. Very sensitive. And obviously I'm using a boat rig for this that I think Matt laughed at it a little bit. I expect his viewers will find it quite amusing, but yeah, let's have a go. I mean, in theory, you know, it's the same sort of tactics, but obviously I'm on the shore. I'm not sort of dropping the rod over the side. We've got Shane Joy up there further on. So fingers crossed, this hopefully we'll get a fish. So yeah, just gonna try something different. As I said, it's good of Matt to take me under his wing. This is his bag. I mean, he's been out on the boat quite a few times with me, so you know, it's nice to come along and have a go. I mean, I'll be honest with you, because we're boat anglers, you know, it's a little bit boring really, but if I can get a few, then I'm happy. I think once you've been on a boat and catch more fish, you do seem to catch more. But let's have a look. I might have a little inquiry on that rod. Yeah, so I'm getting a bite on there now. This is the boat rod and reel, and my boat rig really. So sort of getting a little, I don't know whether it's just the tide flicking that. The winds dropped down. It was a bit of an easterly earlier and raining, so hopefully it should be okay. So I am getting I keep saying it, but I think I'm getting an inquiry. Come back on when I've got it. Oh, I don't know, look, I'm starting to get a little one on there as well. Could be a dab frenzy coming on. It's typical, as soon as you put the camera on, it stops. Well, it's a totally different office for the day. There we go, look, I've got a rattle on that one. And what I'll do is I'm going to wind into it. It's not like I'm toad fishing, but I'll just try and feel it. Well, I think there's something on there. So the old grip leads hold well. So it certainly isn't the monster of the deep. I know that much, but whether I've got something on or not, I don't know. So yeah, look, blimey. Well, that's not quite what I wanted. That would be live bait on the boat, but yeah, pin whiting's a pin whiting. I'll be honest with you, I'm quite happy about that. I know it sounds silly, but a fish is a fish, you know, at the end of the day. So, yeah, little pin whiting. Let's get him back. Right, so I'm going to bait back up, and you know, for quite a big rod, I actually felt that. You know, I could see that bite. So he's got longer shank hooks than me. He's using. It's only trouble with the stones. You can't see where your bait is, but so just threading them on. Pull it over that eye. It holds on the knot again. So that's one. There's not a lot wrong with that one really. So I'll leave that one as it is. I don't want to use all of Matt's bait up, which is kind of him to supply. Right, the breakaway I'll check. So that's okay. Right, let's have a go. I'm using this rod, and this has got mono on it. So it's a bit different to what I'm used to, but you haven't got to get it out far, because just as well really, but because you know, there's like a little sandbait bank there. You can't really see it now, but the waves were breaking over it. So I'm just winding that slack in, just so that gripper holds the sail. I'm no expert at this, but there you go. I can feel it holding there. Anyway, so I'm not sure how Matt's getting on over there. There you go, look, that one's just gone out and it's banging about already. That. I'm going to check my uptide rod. Yeah, it's not the freshest bait in the world, this lot here. Look, like you say, it don't really matter. I mean, my experience of especially catching place and dabs is you want it a bit sticky. Well, this is, it certainly is that. So, not really that pretty, but it'll do. Right, let's get this one out. So I'll cast this one in front of me. I'm quite a way away from Matt. I expect you beach anglers will have a laugh at me for this, but as I say, it's just doing something different. So I am getting a rattle on that. Hopefully it's not a whiting on Matt's rod, which this is a Serenity Extreme Surf, and he's got quite a big old multiplier on there, and as I said, that's using mono on there. I'm not sure what it is, probably 15 pound I should think. Well, what a day, what a nice day. At least I'm fishing, you know. Just try and get that content in. I know, you know, Manic fishing really is about boat fishing, but it's you know, it's all still fishing. As I say, behind me over that bank there is my fishing club, and I think the rollers would come down here. I used to smash up this beach about 18, 20 knots in the old Wilson. So Matt's just had a pin white in there. I think my one was actually bigger than his. It's not going to end up a competition sort of side of things, but no doubt it will. As long as I catch more than him, I don't care. Here we go. So, hopefully we got something on here. Hopefully it's the target, which is a dab today. Dab or flounder really, but dab, yes, great. So, I was questioning that boom a little bit, I'll be honest. Well, double hook up. So there you go. So one of them is the target and the other one isn't, but there you go. So yeah, dab, slightly bigger, slightly better. Right, so let's get these untied. Or unhooked is a technical term. Right, so let's get him back first. So one dab, one baby whiting, but what do you think? I still think it's bigger than Matt's one. Right, okay, let's bait up, get back out again. Now it's probably only, I don't know, probably only not even a metre of water out there where I'm casting. So don't have to let it drop down. I'm just winding in that slack so I can feel it. It's biting now. Cool. Wouldn't it be great to get a bass? Yeah. I know that's Matt's target fish most of the year. So look, we've got a little ling and a whiting. So that's a different species. So that literally hit that as it went down. So that's a little baby rockling, that. And I think I'll get a bonus prize because this must be the smallest whiting of the day. It's all coming back to me. I'll tell you, I know my lot. I did used to beach fish when I was a kid. I used to sleep under that pier when I was about 12 or 14. I used to come down. If I couldn't stay in the clubhouse, I used to sleep under the pier. But I know the last time I fished, I did used to have some quite nice rods. I had a Ziplex and I had a Century Tip Tornado. And I know the last time because I had a Dower Millionaire, the blue one. And it was, I think, a 7HT or something, I think they were. And I know when I stopped, they just brought out this red reel. But, you know, I think us fishermen can turn ourselves to any sort of fishing. So I think I've got a bite on this. So I'm just gonna wind into it. Maybe something on there. Certainly not the monster of the deep. I think it's something, maybe. I was questioning that boom rig a little bit. So yeah, pin whiting. Huh. Oh well, still a fish.
See how happy he is. Got a smile.
Yeah.
Well done, Mark, you're a champion.
I'm going to, I'll check the other rod as well. I'll get this one out first and then we'll check the other rod. So that one's banging about a bit, so let's try this one. I'm not sure, feels a bit heavier, but then I'm not used to this rod, but probably a heavier whiting. So that actually, whoa, 3 at a time. Look at that. Now that literally, now Matt's told me, he said the minimum size for a dab is I think 190, but that, I don't think that's 90, that one. And then 2 whiting. Yeah, I'm getting a bite on there, so. So sensitive, this rod. Lovely. Not sure, I don't think. If it is, I think it's probably even smaller whiting. So this is the Rockling rod. So, yeah, another rockling. Here's a fat old one. So I just broke the snood on that one, so we're going to have another bait up. But this is Matt from Saltwater Angler. This is really, you know, he's been out on the boat a few times with me, and it's just nice to come down. As I said, the weather's absolutely rubbish for me, so I thought I'd come down. And I'll be honest with you, I know whiting is not your target species, but I'm absolutely made up with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that, Mark? A bit of nostalgia?
Well, yeah, as I said, you know, I used to fish years ago, and you know, on the beach, and it's just, I'll be honest with you, sometimes, you know, you think you're sitting on the beach all day and you're catching nothing, but it's not been a massive frenzy, but there's been a fish every 10 minutes. And I had 3 on that rod of yours a minute ago.
Yeah.
Let me just cast this out and we'll have a little chat. I'll just...
I'm going to tell him, but it's always like this when he goes to the...
And how deep do you think that is where I'm casting? 3 foot?
No, actually, yeah, no, there is a sandbank there. Yeah, 6 foot maybe.
And so this sort of time in the tide, because it's flooding now, we're on a flood tide now, are we?
Just turning, yeah. So best part of the tide now.
So this is for, this could be when you're going to get a flounder, isn't it?
Yeah. Flounder and dogfish now.
Is it? I don't really want the dogfish, but the flounder, I think.
You'd rather have a whiting than a dogfish.
Well, yeah. But I think Shane up there has had a bullass. I think he was shouting, wasn't he?
I don't know. Yeah, he's got something. Something that isn't a dab.
But yeah, so I mean, it's great because, as I said, Matt's been out on the boat a few times with me, and you know, I'm a complete. You know, I did do this years ago, but I am a bit of a novice with it. But I'll be honest, I'm really enjoying it. You know, it's sort of the rattle. I've had a little rattle on yours, and to be honest with you, that rod is. I thought it would be stiff, and it's not. It's quite sensitive.
So it's not. You're probably used to a traditional beach rod like your Ziplex.
Yeah.
But that's a continental 14.5 foot rod, so it's quite thin anyway. You can cast, you know, 3 ounces with it.
Yeah, yeah. And that would handle an 8 ounce weight, would that?
Not really.
No.
No.
What's the best weight for that?
A 3 and 4 ounce beds.
Yeah. I mean, but they're holding perfectly because I'm having to sort of lift into that to get it out.
The tide's doing something really strange here. It's literally, rather than coming in, it's coming.
Yeah, sideways. And it's not like there's wind, is there? Not a great deal of wind, is there?
No.
Because we have got the benefit of being sheltered by that harbour arm slightly, haven't we?
Absolutely, yeah.
And so with your fishing, I mean, mostly you like to get the bass, don't you? You know, that's your...
Lure fishing in the summer.
Yeah. And when does that start back up again for you? June. Yeah.
I mean, you could catch a bass today, but they're just, you know, they're not there in any big numbers.
No.
Nice little tap.
On this one?
Yeah, on the one on the right. Just went over.
Yeah, it's lovely.
This beach fishing, isn't it?
It's all right.
Who needs a flashy boat?
and the marina fees and the petrol.
Yeah.
I mean, I went out that day. I went out and I had those pollock, which I think there were 7 of them, or 7 or 8 of them, which sounds a good score. But I probably did 70 litres of fuel. Marina prices of £1.84 a litre. You know, that was £100 day's fishing.
Yeah.
Where today, you know, a little bit of bait and, you know, it's all right. I mean, I don't think I would be as happy if it was belting with rain. No. I know years ago, I used to have one of these beach buddies. I used to sit in that and had the old Coleman lamp with my pie on the top, and, you know, it used to be quite good. But I used to fish Dungeness and all of that years ago. But, yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
That's right.
No, I actually...
I like it because I don't get seasick just standing here, like I do in your boat.
No, I've got wet though. I've got wet. I'm
get yourself some wellies, mate.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, thank you so much for inviting me down.
You're doing your own thing. It's good. This will be now the next 40 minutes. Will be the best.
This is a frenzy.
Usually,
the fish frenzy time.
Usually, it's the best time, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Like you say, I know we'll sort of perhaps one more cast out and call it. But as I said, you know, just for a couple of hours, you know, really and truthfully, I think I've had about 9 fish already. I know you've had much more than that, but that's great. You know, sometimes you go out in the boat, burn loads of fuel, and don't even get that.
No. So what have you had? What have you had then? You've had the dab.
I've had 2 rockling
and rockling. Whiting.
I think 5 little pin whiting. I've had the smallest dab you can ever imagine, literally, like that size, post stamp. I think I've had 3 dabs or 3 dabs, no place, but as I said, the place will start to come in a few weeks, will they?
A nice run place.
Yeah. I mean, the last few years is, from my boat fishing point of view, is, you know, we fish a sandbank sort of about 5 mile off here, and it's been brilliant. And as we know, our fishing club, you know, there has been, you know, quite often pitches of 5-6 pound place. They're not there anymore, are they? Don't seem to be, do they? You know, in the boat, I mean, if you're getting a 1 sort of 2 pound plus, that's a nice fish, where really that wasn't years ago.
It was a stamp, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean, you were getting them, you know, 3-4 pound, you know, minimum size. It's really nice and soft, that. I didn't know.
It's really good. It's got so that's a glass tip, is it?
I'm sure it is, yeah.
And that's why it can handle something a bit. That's a good little rattle.
But generally, you'd just wind into that.
These sort of fish,
yes,
if, as you know, with bass, if it's a bass, you want to lean into it and
hit
it early.
I mean, when
fish will just sit there, eat a little bit more of the worm, eat a bit more.
I mean, when I'm place fishing and like bream and that, I just wind into them. I mean, generally bream, they look themselves, you know, and I just wind into them.
Now this tide's turning, you might want to drop down a weight and then just bring it in slowly, and you can sometimes get.
Okay. And would you ever use a rolling lead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
For the flounder. Yeah.
So
it'd be perfect here today as well, and on the mono rather than braid.
Because it makes it move.
Nice little bow, and then bring it down the tide, trot it down.
And so that will roll along.
Yeah. I'd say that'd be a good thing to do, actually.
Because I've often wondered with that, you know, like whether you'd do that. I reckon I'm going to have that. Should I?
You can't help yourself.
No. Anything to do. It would be really nice to pull out a bass in front of the saltwater angler. Well, that's nothing, is it? No. Oh well. So I don't think there's a lot wrong with that bait, so I'm just going to redo that lead and I'll cast that back out. Perhaps I was a bit quick with that. What he suggested is me trying a rolling lead on there. So let's get this one in and have a look, because we're not going to stay much longer. We'll try a rolling lead for the last 10 minutes and see what it does. Well, there you go. Look, I'll tell you what, I am the master at catching the smallest dabs. I mean, that literally, that has got to be that's got to be the smallest dab I've ever seen. Well, perhaps not as small as the other one, but let's get a little photo of him. That's a trophy fish.
There you go.
Okay.
You bring mine in and then just cast to your left.
To your side?
Yeah, you want to go the biggest cast you can get, really.
Out, and then it'll work its way in. I'm going to try and get it out as far as I can. And then let it do its thing. Right, I'm going to wind this one in. So this definitely is, this is the Rockling rod. Without a doubt. They like these, they must like these booms with these little feathers on, with these little beads on. So yeah, Rockling rod. Oh, I think I've caught his line. Oh dear. I've caught your line, Matt. Well, that's how it ended up. So I caught around Matt's line, but yeah, at the end of the day, it did what it said on the tin. Listen, let's get this fish off first. Well, I'll be honest with you, I know you beach anglers will laugh at me, and boat anglers will laugh at me, but I'm actually made up to catch that. Listen, thanks very much for watching the video. At the end of the video, you'll see a prompt for another video. That'll be better than this one. And then you'll see my Manic Fishing logo. Hit that logo, please. Thank you everybody who subscribed. I'm fishing with the Saltwater Angler. He's got a fantastic channel. It's all about beach fishing and not by a novice by me. Matt's actually a good angler. So check his channel out, Saltwater Angler. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully next time I'll be out on a boat and I'll be smashing fish. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely evening.